Okay, YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. It's been at least a week since I done seen y'all. But yo, what was like the YouTube night crew? How y'all been? How y'all been? But anyway, we about to get straight into it because it's been so long. I've been gone for a minute. But anyway, welcome back. Welcome back to me and to y'all because it's been a week. But anyway, we're gonna get straight into it. Say it isn't so, Cody Ko. Not gonna lie, y'all already know the deal with Jamari's videos. Most of the time, I don't be knowing like who these people are, but we get to know them together, unless y'all already know them. But anyway, y'all already know what to do. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video right here. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. Just make the like button white. That's all you gotta do. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you turn those post notifications on. I'm gonna show y'all that too because I feel like some of y'all forget. Hit all. It's gonna turn white too. There you go. But anyway, we're about to get straight into the video. Say it isn't so, Cody Ko.
So Cody Ko is an extremely successful YouTuber who has been very popular for over a decade online.
And what do you have to say about your rise to success?
Well, I wish I could say I had people who doubted me, but everyone knew I was gonna kill it.
I would say he's viewed as almost a reverse David Dobrik. Like, people actually think this man
Oh my
is
God, I
funny
forgot
and
about
has good
him.
takes, and the majority has considered him to be a stand-up guy for a very long time. In fact, he had pretty much entered that golden boy territory here on YouTube after having such a strong reputation for being on the right side of history for so long. His career has likely gone better than he ever could have expected. Everything he touches seems to turn to gold, and nowadays he's a comedian, podcaster, writer, and even DJ. And so in this story you have him, who is now 33 years old, and the other person really involved in this situation is named TANA MONGEAU. Back in the day,
Oh,
she
Lord.
grew up at the age of 17 years.
Wait, why does her name sound familiar? It's okay. Let me just react.
old.
That might be why.
Before I started YouTube that I was gonna be different and that I wasn't gonna be like every other YouTuber and that I wasn't gonna be the sellout average blonde bimbo on YouTube. I was gonna be someone different.
She got a lot of hate online for her actions back then.
Today I have my handy dandy MacBook right here and we're reading some motherfucking hate comments.
With her infamous TanaCon really being the huge story against her at that time.
Why does he look so awkward next to her? Why do they both look awkward?
But nowadays she's
Hey, whoa, hold on, buddy. Hold on. Let me make sure.
But nowadays
Okay, who is that guy? Is that him? Is that who this video is? If not, why are we not addressing this? Let me lock in, because that was kind of crazy. That wasn't even kind of crazy. That was insane.
she's 26 years old and has managed to become a co-host on a massive podcast called The Cancelled Podcast. And I've seen women
think I've
wearing
seen this
their
on
merch
TikTok.
out in public, so it must be a pretty big show. They do have millions of subscribers and regularly get millions of views per podcast. And so these two had some sort of relationship back when she was first entering the internet atmosphere. They even did some collab videos at that time.
Like, we're not friends, you know? Like, this was organized by someone else.
I don't know her.
I've
Sorry.
never met him.
Teach me some slang. Teach me some teen
Okay,
slang.
well, I was gonna like write it
Alright, so
down.
I'm way too old to be on YouTube.
Teen slang.
Obviously. She knows a whole bunch of slang and cool words because she's, you know, a teen, whatever. So I'm here basically just to learn some teen slang.
Is she
And
actually a
apparently
teen in
back
this?
then, Tana was a massive fan of this man Cody before they had ever even met.
No, seriously, I'm just like her biggest fan. Like, this is such an honor. Like, oh my god.
Well, now Cody has found himself in some extremely hot water because recently this clip from a live recording of the Cancelled Podcast
She was 17. He was 25. Made in 2016.
had gone viral.
You never had sex with. Oh my god, did no one look at me, Cody Ko.
What? Wait, what was the question? What was the
Cody
question?
Ko is- So Cody Ko is an extreme
Why the fuck?
in some extremely hot water and viral.
You never had sex with. Oh my god, did no one look at me, Cody Ko.
Oh, she was a minor.
Delete the videos. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that. What? Sorry.
And obviously
What?
the internet is always going to be the internet, and people started digging and the timeline was looking suspicious as Cody is quite a bit older than Tana. And so now Tana took to one of her latest podcast episodes to go into further detail about these allegations.
I've tried to talk about this a million times and I feel like I never have the right words. I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25. Yeah, it happened.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That is an 8-year difference. What are you doing with a 17-year-old, buddy? You're cooked. How did he not get done after this?
Keep in mind, this all allegedly happened during the course of a Playlist Live event, which is hosted in Florida where the age of consent is 18 years old, meaning this would be a crime. And yes, this did allegedly take place almost a decade ago, but she says time and time again here that it was hard for her to wrap her head around this situation over time because she has experienced much worse trauma in her life. And so in comparison, this situation never crossed her mind as an issue until she got older.
It's honestly disgusting, and I also think when you're that age, you think you know everything and you think you're way more mature than you actually are. And then
that's facts.
From our age now, we can look at it in hindsight's 2020 and it's like, oh my god, you were a child.
Yes.
You were young.
I think a lot of things like that happened to me as well because I really did have to grow up severely at a really young age. When I look back at the Cody situation, I definitely am like, why was he doing that? You know what I mean? And there were so many situations. There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up.
What? Okay. You are a grown 25-year-old man hooking up with a 17-year-old? How was he not done after this?
And I can look at that and be like,
why
the fuck were you doing that? But I don't associate or hold it with trauma because I am such a comparative person where I'm like, so many worse things have happened to me.
And you didn't, at that time, it's like you don't really know what you're doing and like you don't really think it's wrong. But again, it's like he was 25.
She even goes on to make the point that it was hard for her to come forward with this because she still doesn't necessarily look at Cody as a bad person.
The thing is, I still watch his videos. Like, I do think he's really funny. And like, it is this weird thing of like, it would be easier and harder, or it would be easier and less hard if he was like
easily hateable.
Yes.
To really put this more into perspective, this is someone who is the age of a junior in high school, hooking up with a famous man 7 years after he graduated. And that's not even to mention all the power dynamics
that's weird.
With her being a big fan of him before they
In this thing right here, he even said she was a teenager. He knew.
ever even met. And with her being very green to a new industry that moves very fast and, like she says here, can be very sexual.
I was just hooking up with people and having so much fun and like, because I grew up loving him and I think you know what I mean? Like I was just like excited and a fan and like.
She also makes the point here that because she is disliked a lot online with a historically poor reputation, and because Cody has been so universally loved, people tend not to believe her about this story.
I know for a fact if you swapped out Cody Ko with someone that like people didn't like that much,
I
would be receiving so much more sympathy versus like the amount of people in this industry.
You know what? This is actually a fact. I feel like this is actually true. And the sad part is, it's so, like, I don't know. It's so sad that this can happen to female and males, both genders. Like, it's so sad because, like, oh my god, imagine something happens to you and it's like this big, huge celebrity and you can't, nobody's going to believe you just because of who they are. That's actually messed up.
Who, like, want to protect him.
With that being said, there is this witness named Gabby Hanna that corroborates with her story.
I heard she went crazy. I don't know.
I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage. And I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know. I know she like looks a little older. She's underage. Watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then
This all kind of reminds me of when the sketchy actions of David Dobrik came out years ago. And all of his fans were riding really hard for him, trying to throw his creepy ass bail just because they enjoy his content. It is very hard for fans to think of someone they've watched grow for years in this way. But that does not mean that Cody has not been feeling the pressure of this slowly coming to light. as Tana claims that he even reached out to her about it.
I think I said something about it online and it was starting to
What?
surface, and he texted me like, are we good?
So for weeks now, since this
No, we're not good. You literally, no, that is a child.
story first started bubbling up due to that viral clip, Cody has now been deleting any comments or Reddit threads that mention the situation at all. And so now many people are obviously
trying to
demanding
dodge it.
some sort of response from Cody. And I do want to say there has been this greater conversation online about the age of consent lately. And I just want to say, like, beyond the physical aspect of it, I feel like it's really more about the mental differences. Like, when you're 16 to 18 years old, you feel like you're on the precipice of adulthood, but you really aren't.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if you are over the age of 20, you have no business with a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old. Just date up. Why? What if, like, I don't know, realistically, if you've graduated and you're out of high school and there's a, like, 18-year-old high school student, what do you want with them? They don't have nothing for you. What are you being with them for? I don't know. That's just my take on it. That's just my take on
Aren't
it.
even close. But because you feel like you are maturing, you will likely try and do things that adults do. Like, I would even call 18 to 21 still a pre-adult phase.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like a trial adulthood.
Because you still don't know shit about life. And most people are still going to do extremely stupid things during this time with their
That's
newfound
facts.
freedom.
That's
now, by the
facts.
time you turn 21, obviously you have more rights. You've had a couple more years to make your own choices. And by the time you're 25, like Cody allegedly was, you should know better and just be smarter than to even think about spending time with anyone who is still a minor. So we need Cody to
That's common sense though. Like, if you're 25, you should not want to be, you shouldn't even want to be in a presence with a 17-year-old or 18-year-old or 19-year-old. What do they have to do with you,
say
bro?
something here. Like, could you imagine if this was James Charles at 25 hooking up with some 17-year-old high school
Oh, he would have been cooked. I ain't gonna lie. He would have been out of there. He would have been out of there.
fan of his? There would be hour-long think pieces posted left and right.
That's
I also
facts.
want to know what you guys think will happen if this turns into a he said, she said situation, where he just denies ever sleeping with her in the first place. Because like this woman says, people already view her as dishonest in her past, and with the other main witness in this situation being Gabby Hanna, who also doesn't have a very good reputation online,
Yeah, I was about
just
to
being
say,
very
but
realistic,
I mean,
this could
like,
100% turn into that. Now with that being said, I do believe he does have a pretty large female audience, and while it is my belief that he will always have a platform, I do want to know if you guys think this story could do severe damage to his career. But I guess for now we're just gonna have to wait and see what he has to finally say. And we definitely still have to hear him out and hear his side of the story. But I want to know what you guys think about this entire situation down below. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. First of all, W YouTube video. Always W YouTube video. But I'm not gonna lie. It's going, like, I'm like, I don't know anything about, like, either one of them. The only thing I know about her, I'll be seeing her on TikTok. I'll be seeing stuff about her on TikTok. But honestly, I don't know, stuff like this get pushed under the rug so much, especially when it's somebody like bigger that have a larger following. It's like a really bad thing to say, but those people, they don't really care. And it's actually so sad. People higher up have so much control over like the world and other people. It's actually sad. But anyway, that was educational. I didn't know who he was. Now I do. I know a little bit about both of them. But if you like the video, make sure to like the video. Like, click the like button. It helps a lot. Like, matter of fact, I'll wait on y'all to click the like button. Did y'all do it? Okay, good. I'm about to go live on TikTok and Twitch right now. So if you haven't already, you should follow the Twitch and the TikTok. It's the same thing. World_next. But make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, hit the like button. Don't be scared to join the night crew. We accept everybody over here. I'm gonna see y'all on the next video.